thing. Garbage, like, processing is a massive municipal operation. It's not sexy. You know, you don't usually think about it. But it is incredibly important. Takes up lots of territory. Requires a bunch of vehicles. Fair number of employees. Oh, yeah, see, garbage is piling up over there, too. Maybe we do build another recycling center here. Like, maybe not without all the upgrades. But if I go ahead and do this after all. I know, they'll complain about having no road. Hold on a second. Well, this area even has an incinerator over there, but we might just need more processing. So, and that's part of the building. What's going to do the complaint about invalid shape? It's very bizarre. Okay, last time we messed around with this sort of situation, we got crashes. It was with a high school. But if I take you... First of all, I wonder if I just nudge out the terrain a little bit, if that might help to start off with. If I go... leveling tool. Because even though it's something that's part of the building itself, now it's still complaining about invalid shape. Okay, so then the other thing to do is to take this building, move it slightly. Now it's fine. But I think now I want to move it back to the corner. And then... some little touch-ups. Let's add more processing. Not much processing. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Garbage truck, dump truck. Oh! From one place to another within the city. Okay. So there's some internal moving around. Ontarians shipped to Detroit for years. Did they? Really? I didn't know that. And how are you doing over here? You're full of stored garbage. We'll tell you what then. Let me go and get a couple more extensions. Because, yeah, I'm wondering if these trucks weren't out because they're like, well, we're full, so we're not going to bother. Detroit made cars out of it. Stored garbage, processing speed. One garbage truck out collecting. Alright, let's let that go. I suspect we might be fine now as long as there's a catch up. Ooh, an ambulance for the school. That's sad. How's our school capacity going? Guess we're not going to hit our 100k here. We actually grew a lot last stream. Elementary school is fine-ish. We don't have maxed out demand right now. Now, of course, some of these places are going to be less happy because of the garbage, yep. High noise pollution in the city, well, yeah, that's going to be fair. Where do you have... because you're at your max processing speed? This one isn't. Okay, you do have a lot of vehicles out for collecting trash. Okay, that's good. Suppose I could do a little trash thing up in the hills. Actually. Maybe that's exactly what I should do. Get an incinerator up here. And run a bunch of trucks down here. I mean, it's a longer drive, but... yeah, let's do that. An incineration plant up over here. This is where we put everyone who shows up and has too many questions about black holes at the Large Hadron Collider. They're never seen again. the capacity. Connected to the main grid. I mean, it's not the closest, but I like that it's way far away. Good place to burn the evidence. Yeah. Yeah, only 3 trucks at. And then dump truck transporting. I wonder if it's going to go pick up from a dump. We only have the 1 garbage dump in the whole city. Yeah, it is the Lodrin International Airport. Oh, we can add parking fees. I don't think that's required. These lots have parking fees by default, so we can have a little bit of free parking. We got a whole queue of buses, because that's what we love to see, you know? You wait all day for a bus, and then 3 show up at the same time. Ooh, I guess pets are allowed on our buses. Level ups. People complain about high rent. And we're like, really? Here? By the airport? The high rent? Really? Alright. Maybe it's like, the idea is like, it's free short-term parking, and this is your long-term parking that you pay for. They're basically just like pick-up and drop-offs. 15-minute max. We'll just pretend that that's what's going on. Still traffic, but this might be left over from the old way. In fact, the fact that it's moving backwards up here is probably exactly what it is. I'm betting traffic in this game works like it does in reality, where you get traffic waves that move backwards. I think there's like a specific rate at which they go as well. Do traffic waves move backwards at about 30 kilometers an hour? Something like that. Like, you get a couple of cars that are following a little too closely, and then the one behind is suddenly forced to like tap their brake because they're too close and there's like not a buffer, which then causes the next cars behind them to have to tap their brakes, which then causes the next cars, and you get this slowly backwards moving wave where you get an aerial view of this highway and there's just like, there's a traffic jam and it ends here, you know, and then the cars just start flying back, and this traffic jam just starts to move backwards up the highway over time. 11 to 12 miles an hour, okay. So 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. I overestimated the speed. Maybe I had 13 in my head as opposed to 30. 13 miles an hour, maybe that's the number I had. Bit of traffic here. Lots of trucks coming this way. The roundabout Trumpet Junction, which doesn't look particularly trumpety, I don't think has as much capacity as the interchange version. The thing is, from here, the only place these cars are going to go is over here. What we could do is we could connect this up to right here. I mean, we've even got an unused lane kind of thing ready to go. But just like that, it cleared up. So, you know, you get these temporary little backups, and it's realistic. We don't have to stress about everyone, even though I tend to. I haven't noticed the whole like mail not being collected, but I'm also not like poking around and like seeing the status of the buildings the same way. I kind of wish we had a happiness meter for the other buildings. Like, I love that for a house, we could mouse over and get a breakdown of happiness. I kind of wish we had the same thing for like commercial and industrial and offices. Like, we can see what its level is. We can see its efficiency, which is mostly, oh yeah, see mail handling. Although we legitimately do not have any post offices over here, so that might not help. But I have heard that there's some like bugginess perhaps with the mail service stuff. I'll make sure the roads are green anyway, and then I won't stress if like the businesses stay red, because yeah, there might be some glitches. I mean, I don't know how many mailboxes we got. But see, this area is all green. We got a post office box there. Can we click on it? Is that it here? Yeah, 64 mail. So it's not full or anything. Unreliable mail service. I don't know if it's a pickup or people just not dropping it off at the mailbox. There's a mailbox right here that's empty. Why are you complaining about your mail service? You know? But yeah, so there definitely does seem to be a bug with the mail service. Also, why does this park suddenly complaining about no pedestrian access? Okay, well, actually, here it's kind of legit that you can't connect there. Okay. Maybe that is legit. I think it still works, though, because you can access it from other places. Maybe I should just replace it with a smaller park that fits properly. Because, yeah, this here is the slope, so obviously you can't access it. Let's just put a small park right there, and that's going to work fine. So a little garbage complaint there, but it has, I think, overall gone down. Might still take a while for all the pop-ups to go, and here you're probably fairly far from any mail service, or trash service, but deal with it. Yeah, I'm not going to try to debug, like, to see if should I do certain things to fix the mail service, because it apparently is buggy. Now, it probably doesn't help that actually currently I don't have a whole lot of mail service altogether. We got a post office sorting facility. But the actual post offices, I only have one or two. So that's entirely possible. Like, we got one there, and so that's probably a limiting factor. Mail serviceability, yeah, okay, hold on. To be fair, that's definitely an issue. So let me get a post office there. We're gonna get a post office. Oh no, I have one here. Yeah. But yeah, one here too makes some sense. But there's a good chance that whatever we're doing over here isn't gonna actually change anything in the city. Would you try to make a mini version of City Simulator yourself? I mean, maybe. I've thought about it. Like, I've thought about a lot of the technical side. Part of it is, like, just making, like, I'm not even talking about, like, all the road connections. Just the amount of work to do this. That represents a massive amount of work. To do it, to have it do it right, to spawn the zones on the side, to look good and not be glitchy, to have the extra decor, this by itself represents a significant amount of trouble. Now, if we were to just build a little mini road game that was on a fixed grid, like if you look back to the Super Nintendo version of SimCity, which is actually the entire reason I bought a Super Nintendo and what made me fall in love with city builders. I never played the original SimCity on PC at the time. I mean, I've dabbled with it since, but at the time I didn't. My exposure to it was the Super Nintendo version, which is very much just very blocky. Yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it was excellent. That would be very different because now, like, the road design is a lot easier, and then that's a fine way for a game to operate, right? It's a different kind of city builder. It's less about building artistic, flowy cities and more probably about almost playing it more like a puzzle game. Money for Essentia? Who dat?
Valimar's travel goal. I should go to France. After all, I have nothing to lose.
I think France, the idea of traveling to France would be very nice. Would be very nice. I can't think of any other puns. Dang it, Ballimore, dang it. There's gotta be others. I would be lying if I said that France wasn't a nice place to visit. I don't know. Listen, we tried. Maybe we shouldn't have. We tried. Yes, I know Toulouse is a city in France. That's also Nice, and also, you know, we're making other puns here. And Lyon, lion. I've been to Toulouse. Ah! I've been near Toulouse. Yeah, we've got the man for high density again. Good point. Let's drop some more in Sprout Hatton here in the winter. Should we just go ham? Should we drop a bunch in here? Is it because of the height? You can't put one there? Or let me see, hold on. Let me force a... Yeah, it's not gonna fit. Can you do... Maybe if you do it this size. There you go. You're plopping in? Good. And then we can do this. That's why we're using up all the space. There we go. We're gonna go medium density. Plop, plop, plop. Yeah, no, the game has tons of details. Like, if the developers actually, you know, do like sit down and like are able to like finish the performance thing, it does feel like the game might have needed one extra month to cook, right? That feels like it might be the situation. The game is solid. It did ship with like some default graphic settings that you kind of want to turn off right away. Because that's the whole frame rate like thing is, if you disable the volumetric lighting, clouds, and depth of field, which honestly are hardly important, your frame rate goes from crap to being, oh, this is fine. And yeah, then they already dropped one patch that improved performance by tweaking a couple of things. There was like a level of details on fencing, apparently. They realized that like it wasn't being applied properly, so even like far away fences were being like sort of sent out to the graphic card. It was like, oh well, that's no good. I like this view, man. I like my city. I really like my city. And of course, there's like, you know, a couple of things with like the commercial district complaining about not having enough customers, which seems possibly inaccurate or just overly complaining. Maybe some stuff with cargo and the way that the goods get shipped around, and apparently something with mail. But the actual gameplay is good. I mean, the city we got here, I mean, I've got a mishmash of different design styles. Maybe I don't have a coherent design style I've got going on in this city, and yet still mostly like it. This area's got some nice personality, I'd say. Can we do a free tram service across Sprout Hatton like in Melbourne City area? What if Nicolaus Avenue here, could we do a tram service on that? I wonder if trams can go across roundabouts. Oh, but we're gonna probably need like a tram depot. It'll be a whole thing to set up. Did they fix? Didn't they also fix the level up building making lag stutter? You know what? You're right, they must have. Because in our previous streams, when we were dropping down huge areas over here, right? When basically the buildings were going from level 0 to level 1, we were getting like some lag while that was kicking in. We haven't had that all stream. And yeah, apparently like any building that levels up, which we see some from time to time, we see little green arrows as they level up. Apparently that was causing little micro stutters. Less noticeable in those situations because it was only a few buildings at a time rather than whole new neighborhoods, but it was still a thing. And yeah, I guess they did fix that. Okay, we still have demand for higher density stuff. Am I happy with how these buildings zoned in? You know what? Actually, that's fine. It's going to be a nice variation. We had a couple of blank spots, but that's fine. Commercial and then mixed use. Yeah, see this was definitely causing some lags and things before. Yeah, so much better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the modding becoming enabled as well, and I'm hoping. So one of the things is they're not using the Steam Workshop isn't going to be used for the mods anymore. Instead, it's going to be a dedicated Paradox modding site, which, assuming they do well, is going to be better. It's something that should come with some decent potential because it means that console users will be able to access mods. Also, like people who aren't on Steam, right? If you're just buying it through or you're playing it through, say, Xbox Game Pass, or you pick it up on something else, I don't know. It opens up some more options over there. And the workshop for City Skylines in specific is almost unusable. There's so many mods and individual little buildings and things like that. That navigating the workshop was pretty difficult. Mostly I would find links on like Reddit posts and stuff that would link to a workshop entry, but like searching for something was very tricksy. Now, I suspect this is going to lead to more traffic problems, right? As we create more and more of a high density area over here, there's an increased chance that these roads become overwhelmed, in which case we'll be looking at more of those things. All right, we still have some demand for a few things. Let's go drop in another high-rise building there. Medium density stuff all up in here. Except I still want to mix in a few high-rises. I'm gonna let these pop in and then replace. You're gonna get replaced like that. Like that. Oh yeah, robo parking tower. Yeah, we've put the robo parking tower over here. It's really that wide, huh? There we go. Now, maybe it should be more downtown, but we're going to put it in there. Yeah, there's some office demand, so more office buildings, yes. We just keep going up there? I think maybe we do. And what we're doing here is we're making sure to manually bulldoze them. A, so things happen faster, but also that because the buildings self-destruct at different rates, it means sometimes when the new building stuff comes in, they don't use all the space the same way we might want. Oh, we did tank the office demand pretty quickly here. So, you know what? Hold on. Let's put in some mixed use. No car access. This zone here must have an odd orientation. You know what I'm gonna do? Rather than trying to fix things, right, by making sure the zones are different, I'm actually just gonna use this as an excuse to build an alley. Straight line, please. No, I'm not pleased with that. Alright, never mind. I will just de-zone that. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect to those poor people for parking space. Yep. Cars more important than people, apparently. Look at these guys come in here, too. Drive in and out. That's quite nice. They're probably going to come out here quite close to an intersection, which maybe isn't the most desirable. We will see. Now, we got some low density demand, which will always exist, of course. Build some little mountain homes. Maybe expand over here. Oh, that's a lane. Curvy roads. Curvy roads. I remember when this was all just curvy. Oh, no. You're just gonna muck up the riverside if we do this. I've already messed up the river once. It was a huge ecological disaster. Right over here, but that's okay. Now we have Fish Sticks Dam over here. It isn't actually a dam. I just raised the terrain and put a road. It's still letting some water through. Should probably just smooth this. Now that I kind of understand some of these terraforming tools a little bit more than last time I was working on it. It was smaller. It'll probably still have water flow, but I'm just hoping it looks maybe a little nicer. Still leak. Actually, I may have plugged the leak. Oh, there you go. Some still coming down. So we'll see what this does. I mean, we just dam it completely, yeah. But I'm kind of okay with this. I might want to do, actually, is if I still want to have water flow. I mean, this road doesn't do anything, right? This road was just for show. The trick is to just leave a little bit through by only lowering this a tiny little bit or just having a tiny little gap. Because I still want most of the water to go down this way. But yeah, hopefully this fills up a little bit. I really like this map, yeah. I'm happy. We voted on it. It was nearly Tempere, or however you pronounce the Finnish city where Colossal Order is actually from. But we got this instead. Look at how developed this area is getting. We could see about seeing if we can just get a few mountain homes in here, but I suspect we'd spend most of our time messing with the terrain to avoid too many sharp edges to actually be happy. Some people might want to live near the collider. You know, probably on the far side from the incinerator. Just a few little homes over here. For some of the scientists. The physicists, I should say. I mean, obviously physicists are scientists, but it's like... so, you know, when you're watching a TV show or a movie or you're reading a book, and it's like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm a scientist. I do science things. I am sciencey mixed science. I do not have a specific field because as a writer, I don't have the expertise to like pin down that particular aspect. Therefore, this is a generic science. Yes, I am science man. Yeah, this map is Windy Fjords. You can tell that I'm a science person because I am wearing glasses. Now, to be fair, some of those like visual shortcuts like that are actually very useful in storytelling and things like that in TV, right? Where you don't want to necessarily spend time like having to explain to the viewer what's going on. You use visual hints, like putting glasses on people to say that they are bookish. For the monocle scientists. Still got the man for everything. Another high density block here. Medium densities. Okay, all these people got great payouts for their homes. You know what we could do? We could do the thing where there's like the one person who refuses to sell in a place that apparently doesn't have eminent domain laws.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new
Do I want to do it as a row housing, which would be different? But I was gonna say just a little one of these. Ooh, gateway residences. Highly decorated residential building. Nice. I haven't seen the movie Up. I really have to. I didn't realize that was a thing in that movie. There are lots of real life examples. Or Castle Liam. That's an interesting question. What kind of unique buildings do we want? So we just got the gateway residences. Highly decorated residential building whose tower design invoke the feeling of magic and fantasy in its residents and everyone nearby. Well, that sounds great. Let's plop it down over here. Oh yeah, the fuel plant. Increased industrial efficiency citywide. Reduced pollution citywide. And the new oil refinery. More university interest. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, we do actually have... This is an oil field over here, yes? Yeah. Alkene's cracking. They make crude oil. We're going to have to do some landscaping. But let's put these down over here. Let me buy these tiles. Let me extend this a little bit over here. Oh, it's not as big as I thought it would be. Oil refinery. Fuel plant. Feels like I should really have a fire station near here. Oh, it didn't chunkify the terrain as much as I thought it would. Again, they weren't quite as large as I expected them to be. So I'll just push this back a little this way. And then go into the soften tool. A little hard to see with the snow. Cool. So lots of extra industrial efficiency. Yeah, graduation chance and interest in education, and then that. Wait, the oil refinery doesn't even have... Oh, it's empty. Okay, I was gonna say, it doesn't even have workers? Is there a fishing industry? No, there's not a fishing industry, I don't think. Right, it's not one of the specialized industries. That'll probably have to come with some sort of, like, aquatically themed expansion. Like, we do have harbors, but we don't have, you know, marinas and floating restaurants and things like that. That might be something that we see come back in. Okay, this bottleneck over here, I talked about it at the start of the stream. I think I'm going to do a little change-a-rooney here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to modify this road to be a 2-lane all the way back here, and then we're going to do a 4-lane like this. I think this is going to help with our traffic flow. Yeah, this is like not even really going into the roundabout. Okay, part of it is being backed up over here. That's not helping us. Wait, whoa. Oh! Everyone's moving it. Okay, we may have expanded Sprout Hatton a little too quickly. Because I think this is a bunch of people moving in. Now, that being said, I think I'm going to go with one of the other things I talked about, which is we are going to do a little thing that flows off of here. Overlap that building. Well, if we want to avoid losing it, put it here. Oh, I wasn't actually... It came off. No, we are gonna have to peel off back here. Really? Too steep. Well, I mean, I guess. Oh, it's not actually quite. Now, obviously, this is only servicing one half of this highway. But then my plan is to service the other half over here. Yeah, no, these are great anti-gravity ramps. It's fine. I think there is a trick to adding a ramp where you want it specifically. I feel like I saw someone do something for it. Side, although I'm worried. Yeah, with this angle, people are going to come the other way. That's not what I want at all. I gotta make sure this is sharp enough. I mean, overlapping item. The whole point is for you guys to now kiss. Okay, well, first of all, you clearly were overlapping before. That's what's causing us the issue. It's not a new overlap. Really? All slope too steep. Yeah, I guess an aerial roundabout, maybe. I don't know. I've got a vision. Oh, and that started going up. I don't know if there's a way to do this. I'm not convinced my idea has any merit whatsoever, by the way, but I want to try. There. I'm also not convinced that this won't generate more traffic. So each side of this elevated highway can access the city New Place, but in two separate areas to hopefully split the traffic load. Oh, yeah, we could do the extra lane thing. Is this really wanky? No, we're okay. Oh no! It is I'm sorry. You're just doing it. Okay, you're just doing a UE because you're probably world traffic. Because this is definitely a right-hand turn only. But yeah, I think there's still going to be traffic jams over here because of the new zone that we did. I mean, we dramatically increased the like number of houses in this area. Everyone's wanted to move in. Interesting, these are currently abandoned, even though there is some demand. But yeah, we'll let that simmer for a little while. We're not gonna assume there's an actual traffic problem yet. I don't know that I want to use more land anywhere. I mean, I guess we could consider just a completely new area to build. Maybe down over here. We can put in a little bit more there, but... I mean, at this point, it'd just be about, like, pushing into more of these edges, and I'm not sure that I want to. You know, maybe there's something else... Ooh. Maybe there's something else that could be done with this area that will make it look a little bit more cohesive, rather than just a random standalone block. Yes, this is an airport. Any extras on universities? I think we've got all the upgrades. And how's our actual attendance going on? I mean, we're pushing the limits of the elementary school. And yeah, with the call, like, I don't know what this represents. It means I'm supposed to build more? I mean, we're not at capacity. And we got a college here and here. We got a couple of universities, a regular one there and a technical one over there. Like, is it reach? If I built a college over here, would more people... If I build it, would they come? Is the... I guess what I'm asking. How big is a college? All right. We can do an intersection here, I think. How big? Go 2 extra tiles. I think that went one too many. I don't know if it's going to be easy for me to... Okay, using that as a bit of a marker. Although then the UI changes. Dang it. This much? Yeah, there we go. Probably another way to have calculated that. Do. You can use replace to shift roads a bit. Oh, that's an interesting point. Yes.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Hey, Adam Mosk. Thanks for the sub. Do I want to connect you up to any residential roads or anything like that? Or even this little roundabout? I don't know that I do.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Another one, too. Colimic, thank you. Yeah, remember that Twitch Prime. Oh, let's do that, but I'm not going to be able to do the library with these roads. I think I kind of want to leave those. We won't put the library in. I know it affects the graduation rate, but tough patooties. Boom, 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 boom. Sub goal 69 of 18. What's the main goal? Oh, it's a dom goal. It's not a main goal. I mean, what? No, what? You mad if I lived across the field from a school and had to drive all the way around? I know, right? Like over here. We could offer a walking path over here. Actually, maybe that would be the right solution. Oh, it dezoned, and I hadn't expected it to. Thriving metropolis. Oh, does it not link to a roundabout? I think the answer to that might be no, it does not. We can pretend that people have access to bicycles and they can bike over here. Yeah, if I don't want to dezone things, I'll have to get to connect over there. Oh, I do curved walking paths all the time. I just want to do just straight lines over here. We've got some nice curved walking paths over on Blood Red Blaze Hill, the Haunted Hill. Look at that. So curvy and swoopy. Two whole students over here. That's a nice campus too. Ample parking for people. All right. Let's hope people start funneling in there. Oh yeah, bus stop. That's a good idea. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Potentially a subway line too. Oh, we'll just do a bus stop for now. I kind of want to be able to hide the plane lines, you know? There is a subway station over here, so... Wait, do we not have a bus stop by this subway station? Oh, hold on. Oh. Oh, you can hide them in the map legend. Okay, cool. I mean, the students aren't showing up en masse. Although, on the same time, I wasn't entirely sure if they would because we had the capacity and it just might not be that many people rushing to get into it. But at the same time, obviously, it may not be the most convenient place for everything. It's not that close to that many things, but we'll see. So as a reminder, as we near the end of the stream... okay, air pollution. From what, the airport? Oh. From over... Oh, I didn't think it would reach here. Okay. That's interesting. And by interesting, I mean, holy crap, that's terrible. Anyway, as a reminder, streams this week, Monday, Wednesday. They're going to start at 2 p.m. That's back to our old schedule. 2 p.m. Eastern time, Monday and Wednesday. And then after that, I am away for some time, for about a week and a half. I'm just bringing up my calendar here. If Windows will cooperate, please. So, yeah, this Monday and Wednesday. So that is... What are we today? The 28th? Yeah. So Monday the 30th and Wednesday the 1st of November we'll be streaming. And then after that, the next live stream is going to be probably November 15th. Maybe the 13th, but I suspect we won't quite be home yet. Yeah, so probably November the 15th. So again, this Monday and Wednesday, and then not again until November the 15th, which is a Wednesday. But I'll be posting on the Twitters and the Discord and things like that to try to keep people up there. Yeah, I really didn't think the pollution would reach. I could reduce the amount of stuff going on here. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I have 2 recycling centers in this section. And they do some pollution here. I am running the advanced pollution management to try to trim that down, but increase the size of the mountain. I mean, there's lots of trees. I don't know if trees really absorb that much pollution anymore. We could rebuild this. We could repurpose this land for offices, maybe. I don't think you can change the industry to high tech. I mean, in theory, we've got some buildings and stuff that is encouraging software, although I think that might be offices rather than industry. How did you manage garbage? We've got a couple of new recycling centers, another one by the airport as well, and way up here by the Large Hadron Collider, we've got another incineration plant, and all in all, that is making a big difference with our garbage management. So I suspect it'll take a while for, I think that it took a while for the pollution plume to reach there. It'll probably take a while for it to die off. And there's always going to be some, but as long as it's not quite this severe, hopefully these people won't be terribly sick. Ooh, Prince of Palace. Modern office building. Not only make sure the justice served, their efficiency actually helps reduce crime rate in the neighborhood. What? Okay, -2 crime rate within 500 meters, increased well-being within 500 meters, increased university graduation chance, more interest in university education, and more office efficiency. This must be a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. It feels like it should be in this area, because that's where most of our offices are. We probably appreciate the well-being boost. Cause all these buildings get rebuilt, but oh well. That's, you know what? I don't like it. It's too small. It's too short. I'm gonna move it somewhere else. Maybe still on Sprout Hatton, but a little closer to the outside edge where I'm not putting my skyscrapers. There you go. Hopefully it'll still give benefits to these guys. Oh, we do still have some garbage accumulating over here. But I think our processing is fine. Yeah, right here. Yeah, we've got the processing. Probably just trucks taking a while to get there. Don't know, did it lose its zone? Oh, it did lose its zoning, which actually... Let me redo all of this. Oh no, someone's coming back in, but... Let's go with high density residential. How's their automated parking? Completely full. All right. Crazy. I'm making a pollution barrier with these tall buildings here. I think all the roads in Sprout Hatton and Sudbury going towards the hills should connect to the Hadron Collider Road for better garbage access. Oh, perhaps. I mean, right now it's Sproutland that's complaining, which maybe actually... Can I do a winding road from here? That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Let's, highway. I mean, it probably doesn't need to be a 4-lane. We can just do the 2-lane. Pretty slopey. Oh boy. I mean, we could actually build some bridges. I mean, it seems a little nuts, but and a tunnel? And an unsupported highway connection over here? I'm actually fine with the look of all this and this tunnel. This looks a little bit dumb. Let's leave that level. Let's build up the train a little. Looks a little less ridiculous. I mean, it's still unsupported, but... Dun, 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 dun. Oh, he's Trice Gaming. That's awesome. I'm wondering about another bridge over here. I go take this. Put you across this way. Oh, you know what? Okay, isn't what I'd meant. But I actually like the look of this one for a change. Oh, did I fail to snooze the ads? Darn it. Okay, I'm just going to go for another couple minutes to the end of the ad break, and then we're going to be wrapping it up. As a reminder, the next live stream is going to be on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Some places are having clock changes this weekend, so the offset between my time and your time may be slightly different. When in doubt, do an exclamation mark next stream in the chat, so you get a countdown timer so you know when things are happening. I think I want to bridgeify that. And yeah, there are vehicles that are using this stuff. Including, these must be garbage trucks. Yeah, okay. Thank heaven my clocks all change themselves. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Basically rely on computer clocks and phone clocks. I mean, I got to change the microwave or whatever. The problem is less about the clocks change themselves and more not realizing that different places have slightly different times when they change the time zone. And some places, of course, don't change their time zones at all. Those places are smart. Time zones are not a bad idea. Time zones are critical, and otherwise it'd be stupid, because it'd be like, it'd be easy for me to say, like, oh yeah, the live stream starts at, 2000, so it's 1600, no, 1800 UTC. That part would be easy. The hard part is when you're trying to like call someone, you're like, what time are they open? Well, they're open from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. their local time, or like universal time. So you still have to do these conversions because you're trying to figure out what the business hours are in a different place. Yeah, everyone's got the same clock, but everyone's going to be using different business hours, unless like in some places in the world, normal business hours are going to be the middle of the night. Like, no. So there's no avoiding some conversion somewhere along the way. So time zones are not the evil part. It's the time change that's terrible. We hates it. We hates it. We do like this game though. Didn't hit 100K today, like I was thinking, but we spent some time doing some beautification, dealing with other city services and things. And in fact, I suspect if we just let this game run as is, there's a good chance we'd hit 100K at this point. Well, you're getting pollution there, which kind of legit. Because of this. We could trim back on this. We could replace that with offices. I think there's a chance that more pollution might spread here. I think what's going to happen is we're going to go... Oop, no, not there. It's going to lead to crappy terrain. I'm going to trim back on a little bit of the offices that are here. But then at the same time, replace... You guys can be high density. Ooh. This is all this, huh? Replace those things with offices, which are going to be less sensitive to pollution. I guess there's not a office of that shape, not in the high density. But let me go and make you commercial then. That'll fit in. Now I think, okay, the wind is still pushing the pollution over here. So more of these houses are going to complain about it, but we have reduced the production of pollution over here. So I think given some time, this place will no longer be having a problem. No left turn on bridge passing Sprout Hatton. Are you saying people are making... What the? How is that? So we don't get street markings for it. No left turn. Now someone's still gonna have it queued up. There were no street markings. This should not have been an illegal left turn in the first place. Okay, hopefully that's the end of that. Nope. And presumably, we might get, can we make a divided highway here? No. I did click the no left-hand turn, so let me do that. Where's the other spot that I was gonna have to do? Oh, over here. Although I don't know if we've seen any evidence of that happening here, but just in case. No left turn. Huh. Yeah, and I can't highlight over here. Okay. I suspect that any other cars that we might see just had the old pathfinding. They hadn't updated it yet. Okay, they seem to be driving through now. I don't like that there was no road markings for it, and it was leading that. Although I suppose maybe if I went back far enough over here, I would see a left signal somewhere along the way. Okay. Oh, someone had been making it the other one as well, over here. Over here. Okay. Hopefully that's been purged now. Did someone... Now they're just doing U-turns. I'm gonna assume there's cars that had previously spawned and still had some pathfinding put in, and that's not gonna be an issue anymore. Hopefully, my God. I mean, they weren't generating traffic at least. That's good. And yeah, the wicked traffic jams we had here from the recent rezoning has all cleared up, so that's fine. We could do a third lane for the on-ramp. That's true too, but I guess it would be the same section. It would almost be an 8-lane, but then we probably would have to nudge these buildings. One just went left on the other one. Oh yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, city has great flow. Hopefully, and I do have to wrap up the stream here. Where was our mass? Oh, it was over here. We had, well, right. This traffic jam had cleared itself up before we finished redoing the pedestrian thing, but I do like this little thing. I mean, it's a little wonky. Mostly we just need some consistency in the shapings. This one here, if it was scrooched in a little bit, or the others were sort of scrooched out a little, but I don't hate it. And again, it's not a square intersection, so we wouldn't be able to do it perfectly exact. But in theory, getting rid of these crosswalks and getting the pedestrians to use this means less block traffic, which is overall good. Yeah. Next one was all weird. Okay, we may have to just do a... Yeah, people are definitely doing bonkers things over here. Lots of people trying to do these U-turns. Okay, hold on. So I think they changed... Okay, this is still not green. So they changed their attempts to do left turns here to there. I don't know if I have to get rid of these too. Are they going to start doing U-turns over here instead? What the heck? This clearly says right-hand turn. Huh. Wonder if it's like the order we did things in. There's also the clickability, like you can sort of start this from the middle or from one of the edges. Maybe that impacts certain things too. You can't do a divided highway. You can do divided roads, right? So our medium roads can have divided, but our oh, well, sorry, right. I could do divided with like literally drawing two separate ones. And maybe that would be the thing. Rip all this down, rebuild it all as divided. Then we definitely have to go and bulldoze some of these buildings. But we'll not worry about it anymore. We're gonna stop here. We've gone 10 minutes over. I definitely have to stop streaming. Our next stream again Monday and Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Check your clocks. We're gonna go raid a Kiss for Lux channel, where I suspect they're doing their multiplayer today.
Wait.
Whoa, that is super loud. Okay. Yeah, they're doing some Minecrafty things. We're gonna raid them, give them some love. I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye, everyone.